SwSh here, hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome to the first episode of Season 9 of the often imitated, never duplicated, premier Metronome Battle Tournament on YouTube, which is, of course, MetroMania. Now, if you're already a fan of MetroMania because you've been watching it in its entirety for the last 2.5 years and you're ready for Season 9, you're ready for more action, hit that like button. Let's go for 1,000 likes if we can, and of course, hit the subscribe button if you're new so you never miss a piece of the action, and of course, share this video with a friend. And as always, don't forget to use code ACE to save yourself some money on our beloved sponsor, God bless G Fuel. Oh, it's so bloody good. Today I'm drinking PewDiePie's Lingonberry, and my god, not a big sour flavor person, but this is refreshing as god all hell. It's amazing. Use code ACE, get yourself some money off. Now, of course, the previous season of Metromania, Season 8, was a tag team season. We're back to a single Pokemon season this time, so it's going to be 16 Pokemon battling it out to become the Metromania champion. The only changes I've made to the series for this season is I have finally, and you're going to thank me so much, I've finally taken the advice of so many of you, and I've given every single Pokemon in this tournament for each of the battles a Leper Berry, so that if they run out of Metronomes, they will be able to restore 10 PP to their Metronomes, and maybe we won't have so many struggle wars going forward. Fingers crossed. The only other change I've made is I've taken a little bit of inspiration from the way the teams were set up for Season 8. So if you remember in Season 8, because of the nature of having teams of 2 different Pokemon, it meant we had 2 different abilities for a lot of teams. I've decided that instead of just having primary abilities across the board for everybody or hidden abilities across the board from everybody and trying to weigh up which is better, which is worse, I've decided that all the regular forms of the Pokemon in these teams are going to have that Pokemon's primary ability, and all the shiny forms of the Pokemon in each team are going to have that Pokemon's hidden ability. It just allows for a little bit more chaos and a little bit more, I guess, storyline strategy. So it's going to be very, very interesting going forward, and I hope you enjoy this season of Metromania. But I know what you want to see. You want to see the brackets. You want to get into some action. I've talked for far too long, so let's go. Season 9's here, and here are your wonderful, wonderful brackets.
Here are the brackets for Season 9 of Metromania. We have Hawlucha, Toxicroak, Urshifu, Rapid Strike form, because we don't want too many dark types in this tournament, Grapploct, Hitmontop, Bewear, Heracross, Lucario, Mienshao, Machamp, Passimian, Sirfetch'd, Conkeldurr, Poliwrath, Pangoro, and Scrafty, all vying to be the Metromania champion for Season 9. Let's start things off with Hawlucha versus Toxicroak. Let's go. And here we see the first heat, the first round, I should say, of the first heat of Metromania Season 9, Hawlucha versus Toxicroak. These are 2 of my favorite fighting type Pokemon, so I'm happy whoever wins this, although I will stay impartial. I'm not going to be cheering anyone on. It's all going to be down to the Metronome because, you know, I don't have time to be like repeating battles and stuff. We got to go with the first battle that happens, you know what I mean? But Expanding Force from Hawlucha on turn 1. The first move of Metromania Season 9 is Expanding Force. 4 times effective, almost decimating regular Toxicroak, who barely hung on there. That was incredible. Regular Hawlucha going to go for Rain Dance and set that rain up, increase the power of water type moves, reduce the power of fire type moves, etc. And remember what I said earlier, the regular form of these Pokemon will have their regular primary ability. So in the case of Hawlucha, I believe it's Limber on regular Hawlucha, and the shiny form will have the hidden ability. So shiny Hawlucha, for example, has the Mold Breaker ability. There's Fire Spin from regular Toxicroak onto shiny Hawlucha, which will do continued damage at the end of each turn, so don't worry about the initial lack of damage. Here's Volt Tackle, though, from shiny Toxicroak onto the regular Hawlucha for a huge amount of damage there. Will come with a bit of recoil damage, but wow, turnabout is fair play from the get-go. My word, if this is what this season's going to be like, this is going to be one incredible season. Good lord. Who knew? Who knew? I was a bit worried doing just fighting types, but you know what? I'm not worried at all now. And we're on location at the Master Dojo, or whatever it's called. Shiny Hawlucha goes for just a standard water gun. Powered up by the rain, though, so I guess that's some saving grace. Regular Hawlucha going to go for Disable, though. My word. That means that shiny Toxicroak will now be unable to use Metronome for the next few turns. Means it's going to be forced to struggle and get that horrible, horrible 25% max HP recoil damage. Here's a same type attack bonus Sludge Attack, though, from regular Toxicroak. How are you still in this? My word. Takes the first casualty of this season. Regular Hawlucha is down. And of course, the shiny Toxicroak can't move because it's the first turn of Disable. There's the Fire Spin damage on that shiny Hawlucha there. What's going to happen next? I have no idea. How have the Toxicroak team seemingly turned this around? Here comes Shiny Hawlucha, though, who is going to go for Flamethrower, which is reduced by its own teammate's Rain Dance, onto Shiny Toxicroak there, so not much damage, but does bring it down to less than half its max HP. Here's a struggle from it, though. Deals a decent chunk of damage because of its attack stat, but does take 25% of its max HP and recoil damage, putting it in the danger zone. We have 2 Toxicroaks stuck in the danger zone right now. Here's Leafage, though, which is going to be resisted by Hawlucha from the regular Toxicroak, bringing that down to less than half its max HP. And there's the Fire Spin damage, dealing even more. So Hawlucha in a bit of a difficult spot here, but remember, bear in mind, both these Toxicroak are in the danger zone. The rain is up, so a Surf would be really useful for Hawlucha right now. Hawlucha goes for Gravity. Don't know how wise that is right now. Putting Gravity into effect, I mean, Grav Apple's not going to do much to either of these Pokemon. There's the struggle from Shiny Toxicroak. Great deal of damage there with a crit off that struggle. Knocks itself out, though, with the recoil damage. This could really go either way now, because we have the regular Toxicroak with seemingly 1 or 2 hit points left. Well, it's going to go for Sweet Kiss here, which is going to land on that Hawlucha. So Shiny Hawlucha now is going to be confused, may knock itself out with confusion damage if it's not careful. Ignore me, I forgot about the Fire Spin. Fire Spin damage takes out Hawlucha. Round 1 goes to Toxicroak, so well done to the Toxicroak team right there. What a great first round after a really rocky start. Here we go. My word. Everyone's back out on the field for round 2. Now, I mean, this could really go either way, actually, couldn't it? My word. I mean, Hawlucha is on the fence, but they've shown that they're very, very powerful if they put their minds to it. So Hawlucha is looking to equalize so it can go to a 3rd round. If Hawlucha is unable to equalize, then of course we'll go to a Pride round where the losing Pokemon would fight for Pride. But I mean, let's see if Hawlucha can equalize. That's the main thing here. Hawlucha's we're just seeing nothing happen right now. That's just what's happening right now. The Hawlucha team haven't had the best first turn here. I will be completely honest. But now it's over to the Toxicroak team. What's the Toxicroak team going to do here? They're going to go for... Oh, okay. We're going to get Acid Armor from the regular Toxicroak there, increasing its defense by 2 stages. Not a bad shout. I mean, I don't think it would have protected against Expanding Force, because I believe that's a special attack, but still, you don't want to take too many risks. Here's Uproar, though. Shiny Toxicroak, risky play. That could be very detrimental. It does a lot of damage, but it's locked itself into Uproar there for the next couple of turns, and I don't know how wise that is, because you're leaving yourself wide open to attack. You can't boost your own stats. You can't restore your own HP. You're just stuck on the attack. Here's Last Resort, which is failing from regular Hawlucha, and now over to Shiny Hawlucha. What will it do here? It's going to go for Circle Throw, which will be resisted by the Poison-type Toxicroak. Toxicroak very lucky in that it's in a Fighting-type tournament where all the Fighting-type moves are technically going to be same-type attack bonus. Great damage off that Uproar, but they do resist Fighting-type moves, so they're one of the lucky teams. Teams like Pangoro, teams like Scrafty, they struggle a bit because they're weak to the same type attack bonus fighting type move. Same with the Lucario. There's the Reflect type as well from that regular Toxicroak, changing itself to Fighting and Flying, the same type as Hawlucha there. Over to Shiny Hawlucha, though. What's it going to do? It's going to go for Fling. It's going to fling its Leper Berry. I don't know how wise that is. And it's not going to be very effective there on that Shiny Toxicroak. And of course, that Shiny Toxicroak is now going to eat that Leper Berry. So, sure thing, why not? I'm not sure how effective that really was. But over to the regular Hawlucha here with Steel Roller, which is going to fail, unfortunately. So now it's over to the regular Toxicroak, who is now flying and fighting, remember? Fighting and flying, I should say. Here's a Rock Tomb. Go for it. On that Shiny Hawlucha there for some neutral damage. Drops the speed of that Hawlucha by 1 stage as well. There's the Uproar continuing from Shiny Toxicroak, bringing that regular Hawlucha down to less than half its max HP. Both Hawlucha down to less than half their max HP right now. And Toxicroak, of course, no longer Shiny Toxicroak under the effects of that Uproar now. That Uproar has ended, it has calmed down. Here's Force Palm, though, from regular Hawlucha onto regular Toxicroak there for a bit of chip damage. Not a great deal, but any damage is better than no damage in Metromania. That's what we normally say, right? Here is the regular Toxicroak with Aromatic Mist, though. Gonna waft that right into the area, and it's gonna raise Shiny Toxicroak's special defense by 1 stage there, which is going to help Shiny Toxicroak going forward as it fires off a Horn Leech. Going to be resisted by Hawlucha, though, but is going to do a little cheeky bit of damage there and restore a cheeky little bit of HP as well. So fair play to that Shiny Toxicroak. The Toxicroak team are looking very, very good right now. We see Shiny Hawlucha, though, who is going to go for Brave Bird. That might turn the tides, though. That's going to be a stab move. It's super effective on that regular Toxicroak there. Huge damage. That Acid Armor paying dividends from earlier in the battle. You've got to think, if Acid Armor wasn't in effect, that would have been a knockout. Could have even knocked out the Shiny Hawlucha with recoil damage if it wasn't careful. But great move there by Shiny Hawlucha. Regular Hawlucha is going to follow up Raw, which will fail. Very unfortunate there. Shiny Toxicroak, though, must be a little bit worried now with that huge damage. Here's a heavy slam, though, from that Toxicroak. Shiny onto the regular Hawlucha there. Knocks it down, though. Knocks it out. Down goes regular Hawlucha. We're down to 1 Hawlucha versus 2 Toxicroak here, and that's very, very dangerous. Here's the Hydro Pump, though, avoided by Shiny Hawlucha from that regular Toxicroak. Shiny Hawlucha needs to even things up right now. Goes for a Drill Peck, though. That might just do it because it's stab and super effective. Takes down regular Toxicroak, so we're down to both the shiny Pokemon here. Hawlucha is trying to turn things around for its team, trying to equalize, whilst we... oh my god, look at Shiny Toxicroak's HP, though. My word, Shiny Toxicroak, what does it have in mind here? It must be feeling pretty smug right now. Goes for Jaw Lock. It's not going to be very effective. It's going to prevent escape, but that's not really Shiny Toxicroak's concern right now. 12 hit points left on Shiny Hawlucha. It needs a miracle right now. What will it do? Goes for Rock Blast. That is far from a miracle. That's going to be resisted. It gets 1 hit, of course. It gets 2 hits guaranteed. Critical hit. Are we getting any more? We're getting 3 hits from that Rock Blast. Is that enough? That's it. Rock Blast. Yep, not very effective. 3 hits. Not great for Hawlucha. That could be Hawlucha's last moment. Its last flurry. Here's Toxicroak, though, who's going to go for Guard Split, wasting a turn. This is an interesting turn of events. Very, very interesting there. So Toxicroak is going to just Guard Split. Very strange there. And here is Hawlucha, who's going to fire off a Cross Chop. It's avoided by Shiny Toxicroak there. Shiny Hawlucha is struggling right now. What's Shiny Toxicroak going to do? What will it do here? It's going to go for Flail. Oh, how much damage is that going to do? It's not enough to take down Hawlucha, who hangs on at a single hit point there. My word. Here's a triple kick. It's a fighting type move. It's going to be resisted by the poison type Toxicroak there, so not a great deal of damage. Slowly chipping away at Toxicroak, but is it too little too late here? Toxicroak now has another opportunity to take down this Hawlucha, who has a single hit point right now. What will it do? It's going for Hydro Cannon. It's gonna land. It's overkill. How cruel is that? Shiny Hawlucha goes down. That means it is 2-0. Does mean Hawlucha will not be going through to the quarterfinals. Toxicroak is our first winner of Metromania Season 9. Can Hawlucha, in this 3rd round, leave with its pride intact? That's so unfortunate for Hawlucha fans. Bowing out 2-0 in the first round is never great to see. It's never great to see a straight sweep of 2-0. It's never fun to see that in Metromania, but that's just the way the Metronome works sometimes. We see Wood Hammer, which is not very effective, coming out first from Shiny Hawlucha onto the regular Toxicroak there. Did a great chunk of damage for a not very effective move there. Bit of recoil damage as well. Hawlucha really need to fight to leave with their pride. Nobody wants to leave Metromania with no pride. Octolock, great move there by Hawlucha onto that already damaged Toxicroak. That's going to reduce its defense and special defense by 1 stage at the end of each turn going forward. We see Shiny Toxicroak, though, who is going to go for Blizzard on the first turn. It's going to land on both Hawlucha for huge damage there. Oh my word. And it freezes regular Hawlucha. That is incredible. These Toxicroak do not care about Hawlucha's pride. And a Frost Breath from the regular Toxicroak there. That is that a bad guy tactic right there? Just absolutely not even giving them a chance to leave with pride. We have 1 Hawlucha left on the field already, and it's frozen. Toxicroak's defense has fallen, its special defense has fallen because of the Octolock, but does it even care? Look at these smug frogs right now. They are just loving life. Hawlucha is frozen, can't do a thing. What is regular Toxicroak going to do now? What cruelty has it got its mind? Going for Pound, not even going for the knockout. They're toying with this Hawlucha. They know that it's frozen solid and can't defend itself, and they just don't care. Aqua Ring. Shiny Toxicroak doesn't need to guarantee that it can restore its health at the end of each turn right now. Just completely completely taking the rip now are these Toxicroak. Wow. What an evil team these Toxicroak have turned out to be. Hawlucha still can't do anything. It's absolutely defenseless. Just put it out of its misery. Good lord. Shiny Toxicroak is going to go for Venoshock, which will be same type attack bonus onto Hawlucha. How much damage is it going to do? Is it enough? Takes down Hawlucha, puts it out of its misery finally. 3-0 to Toxicroak. They are the Heat 1 winners. They are our first quarter finalists, but wow. What a real pair of assholes in the last round there. Just really cruel. So there's the brackets going forward. Next week, we'll find out Toxicroak's quarterfinal opponents as Urshifu takes on Grapploct.
So that'll do it for the first episode of Season 9 of Metromania. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new, hit subscribe button. Let me know in the comments who you want to win. And if you'd like to support the channel, like the beautiful people down here do, pledge to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/AceTrainLiam. And save yourself some money on the beauty that is G Fuel. Use code ACE. But until next time, I am Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.